Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. What you gonna do when you're hit with the facts now? Watch out for smackdown. In a world where truth is bent, we've got science on our side. Flat Earth beats on, it's all pretend. The facts will be done. Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. They'll lie while the earth spins around. Watch out for smackdown. They cling to ancient misconceptions. We've got truth in our possession. No room for doubt, no time to waste. It's time to put flat Earth in its place. Here comes the smackdown.
Welcome everybody to Tuesday night. It's Monday. It's Memorial Day. Thanks for tuning in. I see what I did there. Anyway, Memorial Day. I hope that you did have a little bit of time set aside today to remember those that served in our armed forces and gave the ultimate sacrifice. We went to our local Fleet Farm where they played taps at 3 p.m. They've done that at a couple different places across the country. And if you're not in the United States, well, you know, you still probably have some memorializing to do as well. So thank you to all of our friends in the armed forces for keeping us free. Today, we've got a special treat. We've got the one and only SOM.
What up, world? How is it?
It's great. SOM standing for Sound of Music.
Yep.
And you also sometimes go by Sizzle Deft.
Sure.
Which is
I go by SOM.
Yes, but I see Sizzle Deft is on your is what you're signed in as in Zoom.
Oh, I didn't check that. That's so unfortunate with Google. When you change the name, it doesn't really the actual original name that you used to create.
Oh, it's hard to change it.
Yeah,
okay.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's hard to change it.
Well,
yeah.
Anyway, for people that are wondering, make sure that you get your tabs opened up, ready to go. Right, you want to make sure to always practice safe SOM.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Do that, people.
All right. SOM. Now I've heard, but I haven't seen it, but I've heard recently that you spoke with Craig, FTFE, and apparently it did not go well. I mean, there was a severe butt thrashing that happened, right?
I spoke with Craig and I spoke with Lucy, the AI.
Yes.
To Craig, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Lucy demolished you, I'm told.
And I was wondering, do you have? Can you set up an AI too? I really have some good questions.
I
don't
have anything.
At the end of the show.
I don't have anything ready to set up.
No AI.
No, I don't have. No, I can't do that on the fly here. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Craig spent a lot of time getting that all set up. I have done nothing of the sort. So for like what he's done. So maybe you'll have to.
You can call him in if it's possible at the end of the show.
Well, maybe a different time.
Yeah, sure.
Because people always want more SOM.
Sure.
Right.
I really have some destruction questions for AI.
For the AI,
Like,
okay.
I feel AI can expose more than the humans.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, I feel so.
Now, Sam, do you know that that I recently have been in the Southern Hemisphere?
Oh yeah. Sure.
I've
seen that.
In December. I went to Antarctica and saw the 24-hour circling sun at local solar midnight, the sun was due south, which you'll know doesn't work on this here, because we were down here and we saw the sun this direction, right? But this map requires that the sun be opposite direction, at 180 degrees opposite. So pretty excellent destruction of the flat Earth that happened.
I'll tell you what.
Right.
The sun is small in size, of course, on the flat Earth model, and the Earth is not 100% flat. Like, it's more like a plateau sort of thing. It has a bulge, but in the southern and the north, it's on the lower end. I don't know how I can, like, semi half of the globe. The dome, the shape of the dome is also how the land is shaped.
Like a bell end.
Yes. So definitely you see the 24-hour sun, because
so you're
the
saying
sun is able to reach.
So what you're saying is you think it's a bell end Earth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bell end Earth. Okay.
But it's flat.
That's a new one.
That
but even then,
the 24-hour.
Even if it was a bell end, as you say, then the sun would have to be, up on toward the tip, just the tip of the bell, right? And then, but we were down here, and the opposite way of the tip of the bell, right? So that didn't work on the bell end Earth either. So
if the sun is right above.
Yes, the sun.
Yes.
Here, the eraser here is the sun on the bell end Earth.
Yeah.
Here, let's just have it curved like this, right? Kind of a little bit like a bell end, like you're saying, right?
In the opposite way, let it bulge down inwards.
Oh, it's an inverted bell end.
Absolutely,
like
absolutely.
Oh, it's a saddle-y thing. Okay, so the sun is here.
Yeah.
Right, but so, we were here,
regardless,
and we saw the sun. We saw the sun here.
So move the sun to the other side. Regardless, it will still reflect those parts which are not bulged. You see
the bats? There's bats on this.
No. The bulged part, like the hollow.
It's
part of the Earth.
Inverted bell end.
Yes, because you say 70% of the world it holds water, so that's how the water is being held up.
Because it's
for it not to fall to the edges.
Okay.
However, the southern hemisphere has got snow.
But wouldn't it just pool in the middle there, and you just have like a big swimming pool here, and then the rest of it would just be mud around the outside?
Just the way your diagram is. You see the blue and the orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the orange is the snow. It's the ice.
Oh, this is the ice. Okay.
This is the ice.
But I'm still questioning, because we were here, right? We were right here, saying. Right? And you think that the sun was here at the time.
So
right?
Let's take this.
We saw it that way. We saw it the opposite direction. Still doesn't work on your inverted bell end Earth.
You saw it on the opposite direction.
Yeah, we saw it that way. But the sun was here according to inverted bell end Earth.
Well, maybe there's multiple suns, I guess.
Oh, but we took photographs of the sun through a solar filter every minute for the entire 24 hours, and you can see sunspots on the surface of the Earth. Here's the cool thing. We had other people take photographs of the sun in other places of the inverted bell end or the globe, Earth. And they saw the exact same sunspots in the same pattern. And of course, sunspots move and they vary over time. So it's a unique. Did you have
people on the equator?
We had people all over the place. We had people in the northern hemisphere. We had people in Australia. We had people in South Africa, South America. But hold on, but at the same time, right? So the time zone we neglected.
It's impossible.
We completely solved any challenges with time zone. But anyway, so it can't be multiple suns, because we had every single minute of the day we took a photograph with a solar filter, and people all around the globe, or all around the inverted bell end, saw the same pattern of sunspots.
It could be the same pattern. What if we've got several suns and the shape just takes the exact shape?
And the exact shape is the same, and they have all the same
four
exact...
corners of the earth.
Why?
Each hemisphere having its own sun.
But when did the sun that's on the inside of the inverted bell end swap with the sun that's on the outside of the inverted bell end?
Okay, let's scratch that. But
okay,
consider my analogy. Just the example that I gave you.
All right, I
scratched ice it. Is on the like you know Mount Everest. It's on the highest. The ice is on the highest than the land.
Yeah, I gotta drink from
possible
my alien mug
to see a 24-hour sun. That's just my
You should
guess.
You should get an alien mug.
Aliens are demons, so I don't like.
This
I don't
guy's
get
kind of cute. What do you think?
What are you drinking, by the way? Yeah, it's cute.
Toonshine.
Is that from China? Is this green tea?
Got a little bit of ice in the Toonshine.
Iced tea. Okay.
No, not iced tea.
That breaks the. Yeah.
Not iced tea.
Take out iced tea.
So let's see.
So introducing myself.
Oh yes, do that.
Yeah. So I would like to say all history and all knowledge comes from Africa. The human race originated in Africa. Civilization originated in Africa. Religion originated in Africa. Science came from Africa. That is around 1000 BC from Egypt. Mathematics came from Africa.
Wait, since when is Egypt in Africa? Are you serial?
It's in the Middle East. Before the what was this? The continental drift, Egypt was in Africa.
Before the before the continental drift, Egypt was in Africa, but now it's not.
Now it's in the Middle East.
Yeah, it's not in Africa anymore.
That's Africa-ish.
Africa-ish.
Yeah. Yes. So mathematics as well came from Africa, ancient Egypt, 3000 BC.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is, as an African, okay, I'm rooted in a continent. I am rooted in a continent with ancient knowledge and first-hand connection to the land. So I am uniquely positioned to discern the force shape of the earth and introduce to you
the first ship of the earth?
The force shape of the earth.
Okay. Force.
So, and I'm going to introduce to you the actual true shape and form, and also the wake around of it.
Foam.
So
did you say
Africa,
hold on, did you say foam?
Yes.
Okay. Foam. F-O-A-M.
F-O-R-M.
Form. Okay. I'm sorry. I heard foam. F-O-A-M. Okay.
That's the same spelling with the what you get into indoctrination. You fill up with form in schools. The same.
See, I heard you fill out the foam in school.
You fill out the form.
I'm thinking like you go to the bathroom and you get an extra soap and you like scrub your hands and you get a whole bunch of foam.
Mental autopilot.
And you fill out
mental
the foam.
autopiloting. Yeah.
Okay.
For mental autopiloting.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So, all right. Is that? Are you?
I just feel like
I want to make
Africa
sure you
is the
finish.
best.
I want to make sure you finish your introduction because I got some questions.
Sure.
Are you ready?
So Africa is, I feel, is the best continent that you can prove the shape of the earth. A lot of things are happening in Africa, apart from earthquakes, volcanoes.
How many volcanoes are in Africa? I don't even know.
Not much. Not much.
How is the skiing there? Is there a lot of skiing, like downhill mountain skiing?
People do that, yeah. You're under tourism, I guess.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready for
There's
a
a big hole
couple
though. There's yo.
couple questions here?
Sure, I'm done with my introduction.
So, awesome, thank you. Ash
You
G
can shoot.
Alexander is a new member at Newton. So thank you, Ash. Icy Spin says Lucy texted. Sam, when you want
Oh.
your next AI beatdown?
Who? Come again?
Lucy texted and is wondering when you want to get your next AI beatdown.
If that's for real, even tonight.
Well, I don't. Lucy's not in the house. She's busy elsewhere. She's out clubbing tonight, actually.
With Craig.
Yeah, no, not even with Craig. Craig, he's sleeping right now.
Lucy.
But Lucy the AI.
Craig programmed Lucy.
Yeah,
Yep.
Craig's AI. Lucy is out
Yep.
clubbing tonight. She's, she prefers techno for obvious reasons.
Yeah, techno is,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah. But you just do country, is that right?
Anything that sounds authentic and terrific.
Okay, so not country then. Okay.
A little bit of.
Do you rap?
I'm a fusion guy, but mainly I do sing than rap.
You don't rap.
Fusion wise.
I don't know what that means.
Like, I'm not that much into rap, but when I'm composing a piece and I feel like there's some form of poetry needed to it, spoken word. So
Okay.
I can deliver that.
All right. Somebody said I need to check. Somebody said I had to check my Discord chat, but I don't see anything.
I hope NASA ain't hacking.
relevant. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Who said it? Hold on. Where'd it go? I'm sorry. Anyway, there it is. Globetrotters aside, check your Discord general chat. For a song. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna play a song right now. I like to, unless it's coming from Sam, just doing some rapping on the fly. I really like to prefer a little bit of. I like to vet the songs myself. Okay, so we got that. I think I'll let Craig know that he needs to get Lucy ready. Yeah. Monkey Cat Pat says, tell Sam Brianna Johnson says kisses and love.
Whoa, man. Brianna. Okay, cool.
I don't see Brianna in the chat here right now. But
Still
she
around?
does send kisses and love.
She really flashed my mind.
Yeah?
Before this, yeah.
You like that?
It's cool.
All right.
I mean, until you know, you're never gonna, know.
Until you know, you're never gonna, know.
Yeah, until
Why
you know,
is
you're
it?
never gonna know.
Truer words have never been said.
There's always this curiosity about meeting a woman.
Yeah.
And after,
Yeah.
that's when you get the impression.
So let's see. Smash Button says, buy real Gucci. That fake hat won't get you girls.
Well, this is it's a designer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now there's letters on there. What do those letters stand for on your hat?
NY, New York.
New York. But is there anything more specific that particular font and arrangement of letters stands for?
Yeah. I recently scooped digital marketing. This is
a digital maggot?
Digital marketing.
Marketing. I heard maggot.
So this is a Sans design. Those who are into graphic designing. There's bold, there's italic. So this is a Sans.
But so I think that particular NY is for a sports team, a sports ball team in New York. Do you know which sports ball team that kind of looks like to me?
Football.
Close.
Cricket.
It's the New York cricket team.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Good then.
yeah, they're called the Crikeys. It's the New York Crikeys. And their name came after actually. You've watched Danger Mouse, right? So Penford.
Danger Mouse.
Yeah, Penford on Danger Mouse would always say.
Toon. Is it a toon?
It's a cartoon, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
thought that as
Penfold
much.
would always say Crikeys, and that's where the name came from.
and what's the impression? What's the meaning?
What's the meaning?
Behind
I
that?
don't know. I don't understand that depth
Toon.
of British English that Penfold is talking there. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, yeah. If you haven't seen Danger Mouse and Penfold, then you are missing out. I just
Is it a series? I'm
so
kind of a
everybody
series guy.
knows my kids are fully up on Danger Mouse. So
Okay. It's good. How many kids you get?
33. 11 sets of triplets. Yeah, 11 sets of triplets. It was a tough 8 years, but totally worth it.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna cut down the light a bit. My phone is, my studio light isn't that bright, so I was using the phone and
Your studio light. I like that. Oh,
It's
yeah,
a
put
booth.
it
It's a
right in
booth
this.
light.
Yep, just shine it
I
right
like
in.
to turn down the mood.
Yes, we want to get that mood just right for Brianna
Yeah,
should
yeah.
she pop by.
She gone.
Look, Mr. E-Man sent 5 memberships. Thank you very much, Mr. E-Man. And then Lord Illuminous Pooh says, until you know, you're never going to, know.
Yeah.
That's
Keep
I
them
mean,
winding.
the depth.
Just a jiffy. Let me just correct my lighting.
Okay. It's just,
Lighting is very important.
it is, yeah.
Keep them winding. Just a minute.
Keep them winding. All right, people, I'm going to keep you winding. Oh my gosh, he's so much fun. Oh. Count Duckula. Yeah, all right, so what do we got? We got Egypt used to be in Africa, but now it's not. We got the New York Crikeys is the New York
Here we go.
state cricket
I went to
team.
Harvard for this.
You went to Harvard. You went to Harvard?
For this, yeah.
For what? What? You froze. No, don't freeze. Oh no, he froze. Oh my gosh. Please don't. Oh, I gotta rearrange the screen. I noticed that it's overlapping a little bit. What happened? Oh, you're back. What happened?
Just
What happened?
NASA happened.
NASA. Oh, it's always NASA.
Yeah.
It's
But
always,
we're gonna get it through tonight.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it through tonight. Yeah.
Ooh, we got second best. Bob says, "Kisses
We're
and."
gonna get through the night.
All right, you bet we are.
Yeah.
Second bet. Bob said, "Kisses and love to Som from me too."
One love.
One
For
love.
those who gonna bargain the chip of flathead wood.
A flathead what?
Hood.
Hode.
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah. Somebody was asking, are all the rocks properly arranged tonight to pull down on stuff because of
The
gravity?
Imboro rocks.
Yes, the Imboro rocks.
Well, there is a season for every. There's a reason for every season, so it's not always that you go.
Oh, it's only every once in a while you need the Imboro rocks?
Yeah, unless you want to pin down Bigfoot, but it's enough for.
Unless you want to pin down Bigfoot.
It's enough for ordinary Brianna. Yeah.
Get ready,
If you get
Brianna,
what I'm
right?
saying.
Right?
Yeah.
Wait, pin down
Get ready.
Bigfoot. Why pin down Bigfoot? I'm missing this.
I mean, there's a reason for every season, so you're not always going to remain hanging unless you wanted that, to reach that degree where you can pin down the Bigfoot. Uncensored.
I don't. What are you doing to Bigfoot that you need to get a bigger
the
Umboro?
comprehension stage, Michael.
I didn't know you were.
Everybody's got a point.
I didn't know you were into
let it pass.
Bigfoot that way.
No, I mean, if you're expecting me to have those rocks on 365, 24/7, then I'm working for Bigfoot. You gotta let that gravity
so you can
slip.
Pin down Bigfoot. You need to get the big Umboro so you can pin down Bigfoot.
Yeah, but I'm not going for that. So no rocks, rocks to die.
Okay, all right, yeah. Leave Bigfoot alone. Leave Bigfoot alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
This ain't a Bigfoot journey.
We don't. Okay. Okay. We've got, Lord of Luna's Boo says, but the opposite would be true. You wouldn't know. You don't know until you know you know. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what would life be without knowing? It's what we all hear.
Yeah.
Then
you wouldn't know.
Then you wouldn't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you don't know, you're curious to know.
Yeah. Wakanda
so there's
forever,
all these space
right?
exploration.
Give us a Wakanda forever. Are you close to Wakanda? Hold on. Are you close to Wakanda?
Yeah,
Can you give us?
I'm in Wakanda.
There you go.
In Wakanda.
Is this right? Can I do that, or is it just you?
That's not a verified.
What's the Wakanda? Can you give us a little, Wakanda
it
stuff?
goes more than the plight of every human revolution from generation to generation is the rocks down there, The
rocks pulling the Umboro down there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Janusz Takas says, dust off your geography textbook. Egypt is in Africa. Can you believe he's saying that? Janusz is saying that Egypt's in Africa now. Since when?
I usually confuse, like it is and it's not, like, I get confused too. It is. Before the continental drift. Before the continental drift,
Egypt was in Africa.
So
but now, since the continental drift, it's no longer in Africa.
I mean, it's Cairo. That it's segmented by Cairo.
It's a nice font.
Cairo
I use the Cairo font occasionally, though I kind of like the chunky Chicago font if I want to get the real blocky one, like the throwback, like it's the 80s. I'll use that instead of Cairo. But Cairo's a fine font.
Cairo, Cairo.
Yeah.
This is it's a river.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's set on the Nile River. So the fact that Egypt is segmented with it, safe to say Egypt is in Africa.
It is now.
It's ever been.
Okay. Andreas Eld says, what did the African mathematician Al-Biruni measure about the shape of the Earth? That's a great question.
I feel like this question is already known to. You're trying to dig the data from me, so.
Yeah, well, I think Andreas would like maybe just to hear your opinion on what the African mathematician Al-Biruni thought about his measurements of the shape of the Earth.
That's an opinion that's going to be explained for another day because I don't have that information in my hard drive right now. It's not clicking.
It's your hard drive?
But I know that the mathematician was African. Or Egyptian.
You know what?
I know for a fact that mathematician was an African.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
3000 BC.
3000 BC was Al-Biruni. Okay. So we say. Lord of Luna's Boo says, I was in a guitar center after a little tinkle on the piano that they kicked me out for a decent exposure.
That's not true. guitars, pianos, those shops.
Yeah.
That's a guitar shop. So what's a piano doing in a guitar? Oh, unless you're talking about those pianos with
Yeah.
keys on them.
So let's
guitars.
Yeah.
With piano keys.
Yeah.
That's
a
not
guitar.
literally a guitar.
You're like, yeah, I mean the chicks dig the guitar, right? I'm talking, right?
Yeah.
You're like,
That's not a real. It's not a real thing. It's not a real instrument.
And then you got the little fling up here to go, right? That thing there. Guitars are
To keep
awesome.
the glove betters busy.
Yes.
Yes.
Dream Theater is touring. I was looking. I want to go to see him. When they come through, they're going to be at the Orpheum in September. You should come. You want to pop over in September and see Dream Theater?
Sure, if my visa allows and if my bank account allows me to travel
the
there.
bank account. That might.
If my financial strengths allow me to do that.
Well, that's the trouble.
Because Donald Trump doesn't, yeah.
He might not fund your trip over here to see Dream Theater.
I might not be allowed to be in those lands.
Yeah. Right.
When we come for good. When you come to Africa, you just come to exploit and explore. And leave.
Well, yeah, I mean, people usually just visit but there's a lot of Africans that live in the United States. I work with somebody.
Currently.
Yeah. Okay, so I was going to ask you. So Al Baruni, where did he live?
Egypt.
Okay, no, but good try. And when
was it India?
And when did he live?
I mean, I've
you said 3000 BC. Is that right?
1000 BC.
1000 BC. Well, just so people know, it was about 1080, and it was Iran, not which
it was
is Iran.
It was Iran.
Is Iran?
Oh yeah.
Is Iran in Africa? Is Iran in Africa now or not?
It was in Africa.
Iran was in Africa before the continental drift. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Lord of the Luminous Pooh says, I got that one already. Icy Spin says, is wondering, do you have a 89-page PowerPoint Prezi for us? Prezi being another word for presentation, but only if you're a cool dog from the streets.
Yeah, sure. I have a presentation.
But is it 89 pages, and can you call it a Prezi for us? Just say Prezi.
Well, let's just find out.
Okay. I got a couple more questions.
Presentation.
I got a couple more questions. You are a fan favorite. You know that. Like,
if they don't convert, then it's baseless.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
If they don't convert.
Okay.
Yeah, it's baseless.
It's baseless. Well, I think you got Brianna on board.
That one is a ride or die.
That's a what?
Ride or die.
That sounds bad. Penguin J says all you need to pin down Bigfoot is beef jerky.
Whoa. Well, that's a big one.
You know what beef jerky is?
No, what? I don't know who beef jerky is. But you imagine if gravity was real.
Can you say snap into a Slim Jim?
Snap into a Slim Jim?
Yeah, but can you say it like, oh yeah, snap into a Slim Jim? Say it like that.
Oh yeah, snap into a Slim Jim.
There you go. That's the best. Oh my gosh. Lord of Luminous Pooh.
I can do it. The Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So, oh yeah, snap into the Slim Jim.
That's almost exactly like Arnold.
It is now.
I can barely tell.
Before. It is now.
How about say get to the chopper?
Get a chopper.
No, like Schwarzenegger does.
Into the chopper?
No, get to the chopper, like he said in that movie.
Get to the chopper.
All right, how about it's not a tumor?
It's not a tumor. It's a tuba.
I like
He was in Africa, and we were showing him some tubers, and this story is for real in the AI version. Yeah. It's not a tumor; it's a tuber. Trees don't have tumors. It's a tuber,
Okay.
plural.
I don't know what this tuba thing is.
I'm working on a really crazy Arnold Schwarzenegger song. It's called the Hip Hop Terminator. It's a good song.
Oh, that sounds good. How about
Hip hop.
say this in like Schwarzenegger does? Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
All right.
And then the kid goes like, Rumble.
It goes like rumble.
Yeah. Oh, I failed to defeat that one. We only did a movie.
All right. Let me see here. I got to go through all of these. How about in Schwarzenegger say, I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue over endoskeleton.
I am a cybernetic organism, living tissue in an endoskeleton.
There you go.
Exoskeleton. Every other skeleton. People skeleton. Technological skeleton. AI skeleton. Every Trump skeleton.
We could do the entire first album of Austrian Death Machine right here.
Yeah, true. You got a guy.
Say, come with me if you want to live.
Come with me if you want to survive.
Close. Let's see. You have just been erased.
You have just been deleted.
You're okay.
He's Russian, Germany. He can't pronounce erase.
Schwarzenegger's Russian?
Is he Russian or German? Canada. Is he from Canada?
I'm Canada. Did you say Canada?
Canada.
I don't think he's from Canada, but maybe he is. Hold on, let me check.
Okay.
No, he's not from Canada.
He's from what world? The Terminator world. What was it? Was it the planet? That movie is incomplete.
Terminator's incomplete?
Where was the Terminator coming from?
From the future.
Okay.
Monkey Cat Pat Pat says, can Sam be your co-host? And he is from. So just to set the record straight, Schwarzenegger is from Austria. Put another shrimp on the Barbie, have drink some Fosters, kangaroos, wombats, wallabies.
I wanted to say that, but people are going to say, well, he never knows what the difference between Austria and Australia is, so I didn't bring it up.
Yeah, so there's a band that I like called Australian Death Machine about all of the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
Oh, okay.
So,
like they do the theme songs of the movie.
Yeah, the different songs cover different things that he did in movies. It's good stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I've seen him.
It's good that people have a living out of his, bio.
I've seen them 2 or 3 times, I think. And unfortunately, the singer got into a little bit of trouble, and I think the band took a bit of a hiatus. All right.
So, 24-hour sun down south.
Yes.
You feel that's a game changer for you? Like,
oh yeah.
What's the global Earth community? Is it success or?
Yeah, I mean, it completely destroyed flat Earth.
Yeah, you should consider that there could be several suns, just like there are several moons on other planets, because the Earth mimics other planets. So there's a possibility that we could have 2, 3, or more.
Okay, so let me get this straight.
That game changer.
Like Mars, which is millions of miles away, right?
No,
has a moon, has 2 moons actually, right?
Yeah.
And since Mars has 2 moons, which is millions of miles away, therefore Earth might have 2.
It's close to the Earth.
It's closer. Away? It's closer than Jupiter is, of course. You're right. But it's still millions of miles away. But
There is life on Mars.
There
How is
is.
it million miles away?
There is.
So if Earth
Hold on a second.
is habitable,
I want to know about this life on Mars.
you say only a slight difference that we could be from the sun, that would be disastrous for the Earth.
Okay.
So how is a planet million miles away going to be habitable? That's like, what's the percentage again? You say a slight. What's the slight difference that we could go close or far from the sun that could be disastrous
Okay.
for Earth?
So, yeah.
Now you're talking about million miles away, and you feel there's life on that planet. I don't think it is. It's just miles away.
Wait, who thinks there's life on Mars?
Elon Musk.
Is this another Schwarzenegger thing? Are you talking about Total Recall? I'm on with you there. Okay.
I got you, though I don't know what I got you for.
Yeah, I don't think anybody thinks that there's life on Mars
so
at this
it's
point,
not.
that we found it. Like, I don't think there's any confirmation of that.
Okay, so now science is changing the topics, because at school we learned that it has.
In your schools, you learned that
humans could live on Mars.
Yes, of course, if we travel there. But did you learn in school that there is currently life on Mars?
Organisms.
You did. Oh,
Yeah, there's some living organisms. That was when I was under the autopilot, mental autopiloting.
Yeah, that's not good news for the educational system wherever you grew up, because that's not the case. Lord of Luna's Pooh says, sure buy tickets for Disney on Ice. It's just a guy in a freezer.
It's called.
Because you see, Disney is a person, Walter Disney. So like if you froze him and stuck him in a freezer, it'd be Disney on Ice. You see.
That would be good, because then most kids wouldn't be indoctrinated with those cartoons and all that. Let's freeze Disney.
Yeah.
To secure a bright future.
Well, I mean, he died a while ago.
Inclusive of the shape of the Earth.
Monkey Cat Pat
those
Pat.
balloons.
Monkey Cat Pat Pat says, Psalms, what was Bigfoot's batting average for the Crikeys? The New York Crikeys.
I only see. I haven't followed the. What word is it? The fairy tales about Bigfoot, and all. I only see him in movies.
Yeah.
So,
but
can you clarify?
What's his batting average for the Crikeys?
I think 12 baboons.
12 baboons.
Yeah, just powered up.
That's a new metric for batting average.
Yeah.
Icy Spin Sam says, Sam, you're too cool to be a flurf. Joke's over.
Well, I was hot being a globet.
You were hot.
Yeah. And you don't want to be in the hot seat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the autopiloting, and you need that independence.
Okay. Lord of Luminous Pooh says, as we know, Mars is completely inhabited by robots. That's true.
Completely.
Yeah. It is.
Like,
it
where
is.
do you base the statistics?
It is a robot inhabited planet.
Not completely. You would say the majority of what has inhabited Mars could be robots.
Could be robbers. Robots. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, robots. Yeah.
Okay.
But not completely. Because when you look at the percentage of minerals that we've produced here on Earth, and when you look at what is required to build a robot, what's this important mineral in Wakanda is not being extracted to that degree to produce.
They haven't made enough of that material in Wakanda to make a robot, you think?
You haven't extracted that material.
What is? I don't know what that material
not
is.
enough.
You're gonna maybe. I don't know if the audience knows. What is the material you're talking about?
What Wakanda is reaching this What's this material?
I don't know.
What's the wealthiest material on Earth?
What's the what?
Wealthiest material on Earth.
The most costly?
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know, Rutherfordium, Einsteinium, Seaborgium.
There's vibranium.
Oh, vibranium. That's the one.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
That's an important element in building cool robots.
Okay, robots. Monkey Cat Pat Pat says, Psalms, what is the better documentary, The Matrix or Total Recall or Harry and the Hendersons?
Matrix. That's a 2002 movie, first off. And to hold on to that.
Wait, Matrix was a 2002 movie.
1990 something. I'm betting on 2002.
Okay, 2002.
Yeah.
All right, 2002. It was 1999.
The first release of Matrix.
The first
Is it?
Yeah.
I hope I get this one correct.
78 Mitsu says that Matt Damon is still on Mars. They filmed on site. True.
CGI.
Yeah, true. No. And I mean, think about this. If Mars is really,
think about the
not
radiation
far
first.
away. Not far away.
And
then,
there's no camera that can produce a good picture under those radiation circumstances.
on the radiation suck hamsters.
Yeah, that's on Mars. The only thing that's preventing harmful radiation here on it is the ozone layer. Oxygen.
What is the radiation?
There's no oxygen.
What is the radiation
UV.
levels on Mars?
I don't know.
Okay.
They probably removed it, but there's radiation in Mars.
They probably removed it. Okay. I have you sent me some stuff before.
Yeah. I sent you some videos.
Yep.
But I'll ping the presentation myself.
You ping.
Let me see if I can get.
Are you gonna present it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna share the window.
Okay. Should work.
Yeah. So I'm on meeting and I'm on add. Where do I go?
What's that?
Where do I go?
Bottom center, there's a thing that says share, an up arrow.
Okay, so bottom center. Oh, yeah. Good. Okay, so I'm sharing this screen. I'm just opening it up for video sharing without sound. You play the videos. These strike issues, so the videos are going to happen on your end.
Will there be? Are you saying that there's going to be strikes for these videos?
No, I don't know how you do your live streams. Whether you play the audio in the video for copyright reasons, blah blah.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah, so
it depends
that's
where
what
they're
I'm
from.
referring to. But I bet on they're clean.
Okay, yeah, as long as they don't got pictures of Bell-end Earth on them or anything like that.
Is the window showing?
I see ditching gravity science's explanation for everything.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's the one.
And I see there's proof video, decompression, sickness, nitrogen.
Congratulations.
Okay, so but I see some, like, every once in a while, like a gray stripe, diagonal stripey thing comes up in the way. I see a couple of them right now. But all right, are you? Let's see. You want to read this?
Yeah, sure. Is it showing?
I see the text on the screen. Yeah.
Okay. So, dish number one, or point number one, let's get into it.
Let's go.
Yeah, so in the previous show I had with Craig, where I single-handedly broke the shell of AI, Lucy, we discussed how oxygen and nitrogen sort of hate each other.
Yeah, it goes.
Okay?
It's a feud that goes way back, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The ripple effect. We all, I believe, falsely mistake as gravity. Because gravity is air.
So wait.
According
The repulsion between oxygen and nitrogen
causes gravity.
causes gravity. Okay.
Yes.
This is groundbreaking. Okay.
This is groundbreaking news.
Yeah.
This is everything changing right now.
Mind blowing.
We're going to ban a lot of books, cause a lot of pollution, and then it will kill us in the end.
I don't know what you mean by that, but it sounds amazing.
Yeah. Ditch the books. Start a new revolution. So gravity is air. Force of gravity is atmospheric friction.
Friction.
Which leads to thrust in many instances.
Okay, thrust.
So there's always thrust where there's gravity. There's always atmospheric friction where there's gravity. True or not?
Not.
You talk of space. It's a vacuum. Less atmospheric friction, less thrust, and there's no gravity. Or it's less gravity.
Speaking of space and vacuums, I just saw that episode of Star Trek where they had the Dyson sphere, and I also have a vacuum that is a Dyson sphere at our house here.
What's a Dyson sphere?
It's both a type of vacuum and a way that civilization could capture all of the energy from the sun.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
now,
come again. Sorry.
So whatever you're dragging on screen right now, I just see a box. I don't see what's in that box. I just see like a big gray box thing.
Oh, I paused the share, but now it's resumed.
Okay.
You are able to see it?
Yeah, I still see your text now. Okay, the box is gone.
Yeah, so
awesome.
For my point one, or dish one, there's a video that I'd like you to show.
Okay, you want me to play this video?
Yes, so let's look at decompression sickness and the cause of that, which is nitrogen.
Okay. So, all right.
Let's go. Dish the gravity.
I don't know what you mean, but all right. You want me to play decompression sickness nitrogen
video? Yes.
Video. Okay.
Let's just look at what is decompression sickness in.
Okay. Do you need me to share this to you, or do you have it fresh enough in your memory that you can remember it?
The video?
Yeah.
This is for our viewers, just to get a picture.
Right. So you should be able to hear it as it plays.
As soon as the diver gets back on the boat, two teammates quickly help remove his gear, because any delay could be dangerous. This is related to decompression sickness, a serious condition that happens when the body absorbs too much nitrogen during deep dives. If the diver surfaces too quickly, the nitrogen can form gas bubbles in the body, blocking blood flow and potentially causing paralysis. That's why divers need to enter a decompression chamber right away to safely adjust their body's pressure.
Okay.
Okay. So, with you, I'd like to discuss buoyancy.
Buoyancy.
Yeah, buoyancy.
Okay.
Yeah. So what goes on in the decompression chamber is hyperbaric oxygen therapy.
Okay.
Yeah. So in this therapy, patients are placed in a sealed chamber where the air pressure is increased. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So this increase in air pressure is to do what? It's to present oxygen to that patient, isn't it?
No.
How do you get rid of excess nitrogen?
You don't. But what's happening
the patient, if you don't, the patient is going to have these nitrogen bubbles and less oxygen in there, but they die.
Yeah, so I'll explain how it works. So when they're at very high pressure, the pressure causes a phase change reaction in
high pressure it's a high pressure of nitrogen.
Yeah, no,
right?
It causes the nitrogen to get
when
dissolved.
When they are at a high pressure of nitrogen, that's what you should have said.
Let me explain. It's not a phase change. I'm sorry. The nitrogen gets the N2 gets dissolved into the bloodstream. Yeah, and then
Correct.
when they come back up, if they go too quickly, then it doesn't have time to slowly change to come out of solution of your bloodstream, and it does it quickly, causing nitrogen bubbles inside your body. So you have all these little bubbles of gas inside your body, which is a bad thing. So they're not getting rid of it. They're just letting it exit solution slowly so that your body can process it.
To exit is to release.
Yeah, exit solution. Yeah, so it's because
So
it's
your
dissolved.
body doesn't work with too much nitrogen.
It has the same amount of nitrogen before and after. It's just in a different. It's just in a different.
So what happens
state.
is the patient can float in the water, filled chamber, before the air pressure is increased.
They can float in the chamber.
Yes. When they put water in the chamber. Why is that?
When they put water in the chamber. Okay, yeah. Then they float. Yes. Okay.
They float. There's less oxygen. So the reason they float, there is low to zero gravity, to put it. Okay, in that decompression chamber. And immediately they introduce oxygen, what happens? The pressurized environment will cause buoyancy to cease.
Okay.
So when air is removed, you simply stay in place in every vacuum, for example, because a decompression chamber is more like a vacuum chamber, not so.
Oh, okay.
Are we together on this?
No. This is groundbreaking stuff.
Yeah. So when air is removed, you simply stay in place, even without liquid pushing upwards against you.
So you don't just float to the top if you remove the air.
Yes.
Got it. Yeah. That's not groundbreaking. That's well known. I think people pretty much know that. Yeah.
Cool. So I'm just confirming again.
Got it.
Or reminding the audience. Now, what happens there? Everybody's like, no, this is a result of gravity. But when there was no air, the person could float. When you introduce air, the person.
When do people float if there's no air?
When there's less oxygen. In the decompression chamber.
Then they float.
And you put water. The person will float. Yes.
Yeah, the water.
Introduce the atmospheric pressure, which has got oxygen. The person will float less. Now, my question is gravity affected by oxygen? What effect does oxygen have
is oxygen
on
affected
gravity?
by gravity? Because
is gravity affected by oxygen?
Oxygen is affected by gravity for sure. Yes.
No, gravity is affected by oxygen.
Oh, oxygen is changing gravity now. Okay.
Yes. So the fact that happens is not gravity at all. It's oxygen and nitrogen repel effect, which we feel is gravity.
All right. This is groundbreaking stuff.
Yeah. And the decompression chamber is just one proof, because the whole process of
because they don't float in it.
The process of decompression is to introduce air. So that the nitrogen.
But what is air mostly made of?
Air is made of different gases.
But what's the main?
The more prominent one is nitrogen, being at 71 something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oxygen is less prominent, but it is able to repel nitrogen in its less prominence state.
But what is the electrostatic, chemical? What is it that causes nitrogen and oxygen to repel? How does this work?
Can I send you a video?
Okay.
Which explains that. in simple terms, the most basic explanation that you'll find.
Well, how about maybe instead of the video, maybe you can just explain it.
No, the video will explain it better.
Okay.
Yes.
Love that. Did you already send it to me?
The video will explain it better. It's coming through. Let me just drop it through that
all right.
Inside the drive that
Yes.
I sent you, the folder. Thanks to Bill Gates. Oh, I sent the wrong. Okay.
Why thanks to Bill Gates?
Microsoft.
But we're not using
Google.
Microsoft.
It's Google. Sorry. Yeah. It's Google. Drive is Google.
Yeah.
I was thinking Drive is an app. And,
Turns out Bill Gates isn't really all that involved in Google.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not.
So
there's an oxygen.
Are you sending me the video?
You can play. I've already.
I just see a big
oxygen
gray screen. I don't see anything.
No, you check the folder that is shared with you on Facebook.
Okay, which one?
To send you to my drive link.
The photo. I mean, I see floating stones video that you sent me. Hole on
oxygen.
North Dublin beach solved. Water
oxygen.
does not bend. Why does ice float when most solids don't? That's
Look
all
at
I'm
the
seeing.
oxygen one.
There is no oxygen. You didn't send me one. No.
Did you the folder that you're viewing, is it downloaded or?
Yes, I downloaded the whole folder. It was a zip file that I received.
So I just sent the oxygen video. It's not in that downloaded
folder. Oh, you
folder.
added it to it.
I just formatted it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Let me.
Don't escape this, MC Tune.
I didn't know you added it. So there, oxygen animation.
We
Got it.
Cook.
Download.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Scanning for viruses. Do.
We are not the virus guys. The flat Earth community is not the virus. You are the virus guy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So you don't have to be afraid.
All right. So you want me to play the oxygen animation?
The reason nitrogen and oxygen repel, right? That's what we're getting at.
That's
Today's student.
Okay. This is. Here it is. This is the Ringling College of Art and Design.
The most basic.
I don't know if this is a. Wow. Okay, this is going to be something. Because it's from a College of Art and Design. I'm sure it's going to be spot on with this science topic. Okay.
We're going to learn about oxygen. Element number 8, atomic mass 16, and an ambitious young student in elementary school.
The most basic explanation.
It's time for recess. Let's observe as oxygen tries to make friends on the playground. Here's helium all alone on the carousel. Not having much luck, is he? Perhaps oxygen can give him a hand. See that, students? Oxygen repels helium, much like a magnet. Looks as though helium has gone off to play somewhere else. Seems here that oxygen has made friends with iron.
Yeah. Oxygen is a repel.
It's unfortunate, however, that they won't be able to play on that seesaw for long, since oxygen causes most metals to rust. I think someone should get the nurse. Oxygen has recovered quickly from his little bump and can now be seen playing with barium. But they should be careful playing in that rocket, since oxygen is often used as ignition in engines. Curiously enough, barium is also used in fireworks, which produce a brilliant green hue.
Boy, both iron and barium died now.
Don't be sad, oxygen. Maybe hydrogen can be your friend. See? Nothing bad will happen. That is,
gosh.
Unless a second one jumps in.
Uh-oh. Yep, that's a trouble.
That's it for oxygen. Be sure to watch our next lesson where we investigate the effects of helium in the upper atmosphere.
All right.
Okay. Are you able to get me?
So this is why
I feel
hold on. This is why oxygen and nitrogen repel, and that's why it's gravity.
I feel the video didn't explain much.
I agree. It seems to me that it didn't even talk about nitrogen for 1 second in the video.
Yeah.
So the question to us all is, did that answer the question? And I'll ask Del if he knows the answer.
No.
Correct. It did not answer the question.
No, it did answer to some degree.
It did.
Nitrogen and oxygen will repel.
But nitrogen
What
wasn't.
causes
But nitrogen wasn't even in there.
in the video?
No, it wasn't.
You just killed a cell, Michael. It's in there. It's in the video.
There's no nitrogen in the video.
It's in there.
There was first it was helium, then it was iron,
Yeah.
then it was barium,
Yeah.
then it was hydrogen.
Oh, it was hydrogen. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they closely share the same name, but
Nitrogen and helium closely share the same name.
and hydrogen.
And hydrogen. Nitrogen and hydrogen. Yes. But now nitrogen, so hydrogen and oxygen in that video are attracted to each other. But you're trying to say that nitrogen and oxygen, repel each other.
Sure. You can ask anybody around.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good question. There are 390 people watching right now in the live chat, and I will ask all of them by doing a poll. Is oxygen and nitrogen let's see, do oxygen and nitrogen repel? Is that a good question?
They don't get along. They repel each other.
Yeah. Repel. Do they repel each other?
Yeah.
All right, here comes the poll, people. Read it. Be sure to read it. Don't click it as fast as you can. Read it first. I don't want to see anybody saying, "Oops, I answered wrong." Okay, you're gonna have to run laps if you answer wrong. Okay. Now, have you ever mistaken H2O for H2SO4?
Myself?
Yeah.
No, it's in the record
It's in the record.
that oxygen will repel nitrogen, and nitrogen will.
It's in the record.
It's conventional science.
It's what?
It's
Conventional
conventional
science that oxygen and nitrogen repel.
Up to date, unless they change, because it's always
What is laughing gas made of?
helium.
Helium.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking. And here I was
It's funny. It's
this time.
It's called the laughing gas.
All this
but
time, I thought that laughing gas was nitrous oxide, and I must have been wrong.
No, the fact that you can laugh in like just right now, there's oxygen and nitrogen in your atmosphere in that room does not precisely mean it's called laughing gas because when you ingest it, then do
what?
people really do they laugh or they have a distorted voice? Their pitch goes high.
When you breathe laughing gas, your voice does not pitch high. That's helium.
But does it cause you to laugh unwillingly? Like
it gives you a feeling of euphoria.
And can you control that burst?
Can you control what?
The burst to laugh.
Can you control the bass to love?
To laugh.
To laugh.
Yeah.
I've only had small amounts of laughing gas when I was at the dentist, and it made me feel relaxed, and like I didn't mind as much that he had a literal drill bit grinding against my teeth.
So exactly, that's the whole thing about indoctrination and science. You watch a movie, you watch Ice Age, you see a cartoon, laugh by ingesting helium, and you think the gas will make you laugh. No, it only pitches the high or pitch shift. It doesn't make you laugh. You just sound
You
more
are. I suspect you might be.
comic.
You might be
when you laugh.
confusing. You might be confusing laughing gas with helium.
You did ask, what does laughing gas?
Yeah.
What gas is in?
Yeah, laughing gas
Does it comprise of?
it's not helium.
What it is then?
It's nitrous oxide.
Oh, cool. But is it like a Mandela effect? Because I believe most people out there, do they think it's helium?
No. No, people
Oh,
don't.
okay.
That's not.
I'm
no.
hearing this for the first time.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Yep, I believe you.
There was always a first. You never know until you know.
Yep. Oh, jeez.
So, yeah. Moving along.
Oh yeah, let's never mind that. Let's keep going. Let's rock.
Yeah, so dish number 2. Another reason why gravity is only a theory, not a fact, and has never been proven. It has never been proven.
Oh, that's a good point. Now, can you maybe give me, just for for the audience, give an example of something that, like some force that has been proven? Was it maybe a fundamental force that has been proven?
There's kinetic energy. It's not proven.
Wait, kinetic energy.
Yeah.
Okay. Has that been proven?
There's force of inertia.
The force of
It's not
inertia.
proven.
Inertia is not a force.
It's
but
not
okay.
proven.
Okay.
There's atmospheric thrust.
Okay. But when were these proven? How? What
All
process?
these were
what?
it have never been.
Okay, but I'm looking for something that has been proven.
Magnetic force.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has been proven.
That has been felt.
Felt. Okay.
Yeah.
But has it been proven?
Yeah, at least magnetic force
Okay.
is a proven force.
When? How? Who? Who proved it?
I proved it.
Oh, how?
I can hold 2 magnets. South, one the South Pole, and sorry, the one with the N, S, and N poles.
Yeah. South and north. Yep.
Yes.
And then what?
Hold them close.
Okay.
Move them close to each other, and you let go, and there's just that repel effect. There is a force.
Okay. But okay.
Conventional science says for every action, there's got to be an opposite.
Yeah. And what?
Yeah, so-
where is that from in science? Where is the every action opposite reaction thing? Where's that from?
Science only aids in terminologies.
Yeah,
The
no,
thing
no, no.
happens,
But where in science do we find that
listen,
said?
is it the second law of Newton?
The second law of Newton's.
I bet on the second law.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I do have a clue, but I do not have that information in my database.
Oh,
I used to have that information, but
that stinks. I was hoping
it's so cleansed out.
I hope you. I was wishing you'd have it in. All right. Let me a second. I'm gonna get some. In reality, actually, it's the third. Newton's third law.
It's the third. Oh, I was close.
Yeah.
It's
Now,
2 and 3.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite of the laws of thermodynamics?
Thermodynamics. I haven't dived much into. I was reading an article before, and the more I was in it, the more I was out.
The more you were in it, the more you were out.
Yeah, the more I was out.
I don't know what that even
So-
means. What does that even mean? All right.
Like
Maybe we'll
it's
never know.
not to my taste.
We'll
sure.
never know. Will we?
But I can bet you, if I get a challenge to do the next show about thermodynamics with you,
Yeah.
I would. If it takes me 5 years to go at Harvard, or if it takes me 10 years, I don't care.
Yeah.
But for the record of me coming to debate you in thermodynamics,
Yeah. Okay. Well,
guess what? I wouldn't do that.
okay. So, all right. Can you scroll your screen a little?
Okay.
All right. There we go. It was hard to read. There was a thing that came up. So,
Yeah.
so anyway, it was proven because of a magnet. Just for reference, then by
That's
that
the force. Yeah.
yeah,
One force.
So by that same token, if I mean, I could prove using that same method, I could prove gravity just by. Oh, there we go.
You can't prove gravity. Only static electricity.
No, I mean, I just proved
think,
it. I used your same method
to
prove gravity. I used the exact same method you used.
What are you using?
Well, you held two magnets together. The claim
Yep.
is of magnetism that that opposite poles attract and same poles repel. The claim of gravity is that large masses attract all small masses in the vicinity. Here's a small mass. There's a large mass that way. I just using your method proved gravity.
No, my method does got conditions. The first condition is they have to be physical objects.
Check.
Okay. And the unseen object must be felt.
What unseen object?
You are able to feel the repel effect of the magnet.
Yeah, and
When you put your
I can
hand-
feel the attraction of gravity as I'm holding
Of
this
gravity.
in my hand.
That is
I
air.
feel it.
That is air.
But it happens in a vacuum chamber too. So
Remove air out of that vacuum chamber. What
Yeah.
happens to gravity?
it still falls. Everything falls still.
No, you float.
No. Things
The
don't
only reason
things don't float in vacuum chambers.
There is no human who can make a 100% complete vacuum.
It doesn't matter.
You can't completely suck out. That's why. But
doesn't matter,
go to
though.
space. Though there is no space, of course.
Yeah,
Go to
space isn't completely sucked out either.
of gases contained in air.
No,
It is.
No, it's not. There's still some small numbers of particles. It's just a lower pressure area, similar to a vacuum chamber.
Coming from the astronauts, those particles would exist, but space in its natural state, as conventional science describes it, there wouldn't be elements in the human atmosphere.
Well, but except
Gases,
except
nitrogen, oxygen, none of those.
yeah, there's some in space, not a lot. Scroll your screen again because there's a big rectangle over it again. If you scroll, it tends to just.
So, moving on. Should we
There we
move
go.
on?
Yep, super. Yes, let's go.
Yeah. So, gravity liquids will settle. Did I read the header? So another. Yeah. I did that. So gravity liquids will settle perpendicular to the center of the globe.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So we should dig a hole to the center of Earth,
approximately English.
pour in water, and see does it float, and when it makes it to the center.
Well, that's a bit of a challenge, isn't it? You'd need that Dyson sphere again, wouldn't we?
Yeah. So we have to wait for 50 billion years. Let's scratch that one.
Or we could just go to that big Dyson sphere that the Starship Enterprise found. You know, in that episode, you know who came back in that episode, who made a cameo?
What was it? Can I see the sphere?
It was
What
it was Scotty.
Ronaldo.
It was so
Did you
cool.
just say
Wait, what?
Ronaldo?
There's a rectangle again in the way. Did you put something in front?
I was trying to see you.
Oh, that's me. That's the Zoom call?
I thought you were showing me the Dyson sphere
Oh, okay. No.
whatsoever.
No, okay. Anyway, so yeah, it was pretty cool. It was really cool to see Scotty come back. Yeah.
So in 60 seconds, let me host you. Explain the Dyson sphere.
Explain the Dyson sphere. So a Dyson sphere, you take all of the matter in a solar system and you create a sphere out of that matter. And of course, that sphere is going to be some number of large number of miles away or kilometers away from the sun. But when you do that, then you capture 100% of the energy of the sun, or nearly 100%.
Oops, your time is up. Question: why sphere? Why no other flat or
Because
rectangular?
it's
Why sphere?
yeah, because it's equidistant from the sun.
Okay. No, I feel that is, you know.
All right, let's keep going here.
Yeah.
This is groundbreaking stuff.
So let's look at water.
Okay.
Okay, we've looked at oxygen, nitrogen. There was water in the decompression chamber,
Okay.
and yeah, you can do your own research and what happens. But these three are important. So let's look at water. Water does not bend, only with static electricity. Okay.
Okay. That's new, but okay.
Yeah. So gravity is attractive force. Static is repulsive force. Like oxygen and nitrogen repel.
But they don't
so
repel.
you can never.
Oh wait, we
You can
forgot to
never-
answer. Wait, you said that I should ask anybody if oxygen
Nitrogen
and
and oxygen.
nitrogen repel, and we've got
Yeah.
166 votes. Should I tell you the results?
Bring it on.
All right, here it is. Do oxygen and nitrogen repel each other? No, 84%, and yes, 15%. So by
Well,
a large
what science is
by
that?
a large majority, people say no, they do not repel. In fact, nitrous oxide agrees that they do not repel each other. They can attract.
What nitrogen are you talking
Of course, you
about?
need an ion, right?
For the repair to happen,
What's that?
for the repair effect to happen.
No, they don't repel. They don't. In fact,
Oh,
in fact, if you have N2 and O2, they're both electrically neutral, so they neither attract nor repel. Though, I suppose you could really, if you wanted to really get nitpicky, you could say, well, the two oxygen have a little bit of a polar position, and that there may be some parts of the ion or the electron cloud that have a little less or more electrical charge. So maybe there's a tiny, but not like water is polar like that, dipole. Anyway, they don't actually repel each other.
so how
like that,
about
yeah.
nitrogen replacing oxygen?
What about it?
Yeah. So since nitrogen is more concentrated than oxygen, right? In air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if nitrogen replaces oxygen,
Yeah. If nitrogen
So
replaces
that's-
oxygen, what
that's
about it?
reducing the oxygen, right? Concentration. Let's go with that.
I suppose, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know what books I read. What book I read. I know
Probably
for a
none.
fact
Probably
oxygen
none. Yeah.
and nitrogen don't like each other.
I don't.
They
Yeah,
repel.
I'm gonna need a citation on that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's keep going here.
So yeah, there we have it. So gravity is attractive force. Let's watch a video demonstrating that water does not bend.
All right. Here we go.
Seems Craig is as blank as I brought this up in short. Never mentioned the thing that they don't repel.
Now there's a little problem in this video here.
What's the problem?
Here, you want to stop your share? I'll send it to you here. Because yeah, I think you want to see this. All right. You see it?
Oh,
You see that? You see what I'm saying? What from your video? You see that?
yeah.
Okay.
What's this?
But the problem is that over on the, you see on the right side of that bottle there?
Yeah.
You see that? It's bending. Water is bending. It's curving up. You see that?
What?
Over on the right side.
No, that border is curved. Doesn't water follow shape?
It's called a meniscus. That water is curved.
No, the border is curved and water follows the shape. That's not bending.
Yeah, it's bent. It's the meniscus.
You should watch Avatar. Water benders.
I have
That's
seen that
real-
movie. I have
That's
seen that
real
movie.
bending of water.
I like
Yep.
that. Anyway, so water does bend when you apply forces to it. In fact, it's super easy to make water to bend because it's fluid.
Static, yeah.
Because it's fluid.
Static wise.
Well, it's any number of forces can cause it to bend. Electrostatic, surface
But
tension,
that's not a bend.
gravity,
That's-
centrifugal force. You could get in a car and have a dish, a bowl of water, and then turn sharp, but don't move the bowl. It'll slosh out the side. All sorts of things
the car is
cause.
moving.
Yes, exactly. All sorts
And
of
you
things.
just debunked globe Earth because the water is not splashing.
No. All sorts of forces
There's
can
static
cause
electricity in the car.
can cause. It's not static electricity that's causing the water to move toward the outside of the car when you turn a corner. Oh my goodness. So anyway, there we go. Okay, so I'll stop that share so that we can get back to. All right.
Okay, so
I share your screen again.
I should have paused the share. I stopped it, so
yeah,
let me
you
locate
stopped
it
the
again.
share, yeah.
I should have paused it. Let me locate it. Okay, there.
All right.
Mhm.
You got to share your screen now.
Okay, there we are. So,
All
is it
right.
sharing?
Yep.
So, okay, scratch that.
Scratched.
Let's assume water does bend, but in the actual sense, it follows shape. So, let's move on to dish number 3. Let's look at the center of the Earth
Okay.
and why it's important in my presentation. So, the center of Earth is a solid inner core.
Okay.
So, it includes lighter elements like sulfur, oxygen, or hydrogen.
Yes.
So, am I glad that oxygen is found at the inner core of the center of the Earth?
I imagine you're glad.
I'm just glad
Okay.
because in my view, oxygen is gravity. And as we move along, I'm going to show you what I'm getting at. So
Oxygen
according
is
to
gravity.
computations,
Okay.
according to computations, the liquid outer core contains 8 to 13% of oxygen.
Okay.
Bring it back on the surface, atmosphere is 21%, right?
Okay.
So the liquid outer core of the solid inner core contains 8 to 13% of oxygen.
Okay.
But as the iron crystallizes, I would like to. There's an important role which iron plays in the repelling of oxygen by nitrogen or nitrogen by oxygen. You just have to look that up. Iron must be involved in something which I'm not really. It doesn't ring a bell right now, but there is why it's there. So, but as the iron crystallizes out to form the inner core, the oxygen is mostly left in the liquid.
Okay.
So early scholars did believe that everything moved towards the Earth's center, right?
Okay.
Even I believed in the preamble of my, indoctrination, I believed gravity was at the center of the Earth. That's what early scholars did as well.
Okay.
And what do we find at the center of the Earth? At the core, we find oxygen. Okay? And we find hydrogen. So moving on, they thought so because it was the natural or rightful place for heavy objects. Newton later redefined this a gravitational force. Okay. So even Newton believed gravity was at the center. He defined it first as a gravitational force.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now
They
what?
didn't know where it was coming from. It has never been proven up to date. We just know that there's
No, but
force of gravity.
remember, I proved it
But
just a little bit
lo
ago.
and behold, SOM has oxygen at the center.
Oh.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
But it's not the center. You said it's in the liquid outer core, not in the center.
Of the solid inner core.
Well, right here
So the center of the Earth
says
is a solid inner core.
the liquid outer core contains 8 to 13% oxygen, not the inner core. There's no talk of inner core here in.
The solid core has got a liquid outer core.
Yes.
You can research that, and that is what contains liquid oxygen. Inside the solid
Liquid
core
oxygen.
is
I don't think there's
H-
liquid oxygen inside the core. No, definitely not liquid oxygen. You know, liquid
but,
oxygen needs a certain environment for it to be liquid. It needs to be rather cold, or it could do it at a higher temperature if it was at a higher pressure.
the Earth's core is at thousands of degrees.
Yeah. So it could not be liquid
So
oxygen.
you just said it would need a certain temperature,
yeah, it
and you
couldn't-
just described.
yeah. So it
the
could not
liquid
be liquid oxygen. It's
oxygen.
too hot. Too hot.
Yeah, but there's no way it can escape.
There's no way it can escape. Okay.
Yeah. So in a way, I would say it's a decompression chamber. The solid inner core
the solid
is
inner
more
core.
like yeah.
The solid inner core is a decompression chamber.
Just giving an example. There is no way that the oxygen can escape. So even at any temperature, that's the funny part about why it works as gravity, is that heat chases away oxygen. Right?
Heat chases away oxygen now?
Yeah. There's one good example that we'll look at.
Dear me,
Because
I don't think so.
When you present heat in water, what happens? It evaporates. And what happens to the oxygen?
It changes phase.
Yeah,
Right? The water changes phase, right? But it's
due
still
to heat.
yeah, but it doesn't go away. It's not repelling it. It's
And the changing of phase, does it still remain oxygen?
yes,
No, it doesn't.
yes, it's still oxygen when it changes phase.
What's oxygen in vapor?
It's oxygen.
Is it a gas? It's not a gas. What is
gas.
vapor? Is not. What is vapor?
Vapor is a gas.
It's a combination of liquid and gas.
No. Vapor is just gas. That's what it means.
What's the byproduct of vapor?
There's no byproduct of vapor. That doesn't make any sense.
No, what's the result? What's the causative agent for you to
There's no
acquire
result
vapor?
or causative agent of
It's water,
of
H2O.
vapor. No. There's many.
The heating of H2O.
Any number of materials can become
No,
gaseous.
but the most common, we get rains from.
Oh, the most
the
common.
heat-
Okay.
Yeah, the most common, we get rain
Because
through
it's the
that
most
process.
common. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you
So, liquid
can you
nitrogen.
drink can you drink a cloud?
Can you drink a cloud?
Yeah.
That's like acid. Can you drink gas?
Gasoline? Yeah, don't drink
No,
gasoline.
just any gas. You know.
Tell you if you want to light your farts, maybe.
You know, any drink that you know of is liquid. So clouds are not liquidish.
They're not
You know.
liquidish. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Are
a
we
gas.
getting close? I got a lot of questions that the audience loves you so much. So
Cool, man. So getting to the point
Yes.
that Newton later defined this as gravitational force grounded in physical laws. So let's break it down. Or are there some questions before I break it down?
Okay.
Drum roll. Breaking it down.
Let's go.
Should we do
Get
this?
in.
Okay. So ancient Greek philosophy, 4th century BC, they believed Earth was the center of the universe.
Okay.
Geocentrism. We also do that, right? We believe it's the center.
No, we don't.
Since when?
At least 500 years.
Really,
Yeah,
500
yeah, about
years.
500 years, people have been like, yeah, it's not the center. Yeah, but yeah,
Okay.
I think you're correct there.
I
The
don't know.
ancient Greeks didn't, except for a couple, didn't generally think. They generally thought
Oh, the
that Earth
sun.
was
The sun
center.
is the center of the Earth, according to heliocentrism.
No. There, according to heliocentrism, according to the modern understanding, there is no actual center of the universe.
It's
That is
crazy
known,
then
yeah.
what books we read here in Africa. There was revisions and all that. Science is
Yeah,
not,
I would say that's a problem there.
there's
Yeah.
no arrival. Yeah,
There's no arrival,
So-
whatever that means.
that's what they believed, center of the universe.
All right. Okay.
So they said that all heavy objects move towards the center of the Earth
Yes.
because it is their natural place.
Yeah. That's.
Down
They
with the
figured out that
accent.
was. They figured out it's
Yeah.
their natural place didn't work in later, but that's fine. Yep, that's maybe what they thought. Okay. keep
Going to the Middle Ages, here is the brother Aristotle view
Okay.
that things fall towards a center as well because of natural motion, not because of an invisible force like gravity. That's what they thought.
Who wrote this for you? Did you copy paste this? Where did you copy paste this from?
It's not plagiarizing, it's called research.
I know, but no. I'm just curious where you copied this from.
Usually when you go into a library and you're looking for data, it's rare that you find what you're looking for and you're going to, because these books are they are compiled.
They're compiled. Yeah.
I don't know who wrote this, but it's under conventional science, proven, verified.
Yeah. But I was just curious
Maybe
where
you-
you copy pasted this from so that I could
Where would that be? Like I can't really remember.
you can't remember. Okay.
Yeah. And it can't be Wikipedia because Wikipedia is always edited. I stopped using it, and yeah. Why you feel this is wrong? That the Middle Ages believed?
No.
A center.
I'm just saying that this looks to me like you copy pasted it from somewhere, partly because the English is pretty good. But anyway, keep going. I don't want to.
Oh yeah, for
Sidetrack.
sure. This is not my
Yeah.
my writing.
Okay.
I had to this part, but I knew that there are different phases in gravity,
Yeah.
according to what people believe.
Yep. Okay.
Even what we believe now will be different 100 years from now.
Yes. Okay.
So I thought of citing this out. So you, based on your view, because I'm trying to debunk the globe Earth using your science, your conventional
Oh.
science.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great
So,
tactic.
Yeah. So many scholars believe the center of the Earth or cosmos and everything naturally moved towards it. So, in simple terms, everything moved towards this right here, this guy right here.
Toward the solid inner core, which you think is a
Which
decompression chamber that has liquid
has
oxygen
this
in it.
guy here.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, look what happens when I click this. Oh, the oxygen is here right.
You
Yeah.
just discovered that, huh? That's cool.
Yeah.
Glad you figured that
So-
out. Okay, let's keep going here. What's Newton say? Keep
Let's
going.
go to our guy. Let's go to our guy.
Our guy.
Isaac,
He's our guy, Isaac.
who's got the new tongue I bet he was. I wish he was a singer. And this guy, this piano guy, they should have switched names.
Piano guy.
This sounds like a jazz dude, Newton.
All right. Let's see it.
17th century. Okay, so he revolutionized this view. Defined gravity as a force that attracts objects with mass towards each other.
Yes.
He revolutionized something which was already in play, because everybody believes objects with mass tend to go towards their natural place. Isn't that an attraction already?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's just saying its natural place is not really. It's not a cause.
So meaning
It was a placeholder until people figured it out, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the solid inner core already did the attraction.
Yeah. So
attracting
the problem is
globe.
so you're saying that the Earth is a globe, has a solid inner core, and that solid inner core is liquid oxygen in a decompression chamber, and that's what causes gravity.
Because I believe where there's no air, where there's no oxygen, gravity doesn't happen. So then what is gravity?
But
Shouldn't it be oxygen?
But where there is no oxygen, there still is gravity. But okay, never
Where
mind.
there's less-
Never mind that. Yeah, it's too technical.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's possible to swim in water than, as crazy as it sounds, to swim in air. You can swim in air.
You
can
know
swim in
what?
water.
Could you swim in a cloud? Because the cloud is made of water. Right. Right. If
that's
you could just
dependent-
you could get up to an airplane and then just jump out and then swim. But people,
Yeah.
don't try this at home. Only SOM is properly trained for this.
So that depends. The condition is the level of the percentage of oxygen in water, the percentage of oxygen in free air, and the percentage of oxygen in a cloud.
Yeah.
And why does that affect gravity?
I don't know.
It's because gravity is air. It's oxygen
Okay.
and nitrogen
It's so funny.
fighting each other,
Fighting each other.
trying to take the place of the other.
Trying. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Isaac Newton literally did nothing. He revolutionized something which was already in play, but just changed the tactic of this cause
Okay.
of the globe Earth. Okay, so I feel he was just a tool. Okay,
Who was the tool?
this guy was a tool. Newton.
Newton was a tool.
Yeah, because what does superpower want? They will discover something, and there's a great place where I live. It's called it's a falls, and the guy named David Livingstone went to visit the place, and it's ever been written in history that he discovered the place. But there were people living in that place before, and before he went to that place. So
Wait, David Livingstone went to a place and that proved
Yeah.
something, and nobody's been there before, but that proved something?
no, the indigenous people were there.
Where?
The Victoria Falls.
Victory Falls. Okay. And how is that proving there's a oxygen?
He put it. I'm trying to compare this guy with Isaac Newton. He found the theory of objects with mass fall into their natural place, and he revolutionized it to attraction, that there's a force which attracts. Okay.
So
I
here,
believe that
let me
already.
just. So your copy paste ended with this: showed objects fall toward the Earth's center because of gravitational attraction, not just because it's their natural place. And then you added, in bold, in a different color, Mother Oxygen lives down under Isaac.
Yes, it's like I'm speaking to him, but dead Isaac, to say Mother Oxygen
it's like you're speaking
lives
to him.
down
Okay.
under. Yes.
All right. What's below this? I need
So
to
if
know.
there's any force, it's due to oxygen.
Okay. What
Yeah.
is an element?
An element.
Yeah. What is an element?
So an element is do you want me to define element based on chemistry, physics, or just science?
Just whatever you got. Whatever you got.
Element should be let me ask a question first before I answer. Is a gas an element?
No.
Yeah, so a physical object is an element. Then
That's it?
yeah.
Okay. Can you name for us, please, the 5 states of matter for the audience?
Solid, there's liquid, there's gas, and then there's a lot actually. The combination of liquid and gas is a matter on its own.
Combination of liquid and gas. Okay.
Yeah, is a matter on its own. And then the combination of gas and solid.
Gas and solid. That's it. Okay.
Is a matter of it all. Like the solid inner core. That's the 5th matter, in fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but what's the combination of gas and liquid?
Vapor.
Vapor. Got it.
Yeah.
I was way off. All right.
That was smart. Yeah.
What do you got here? What's next?
So everything moves towards the Earth center because it is the natural and rightful place for heavy objects, rich in O2.
Okay.
So if you don't have O2, you're not going down under. You're not being dragged whatsoever.
Yeah, you need O2 to get dragged down under.
You need O2, whether it's in you as a solid, whether it's in you as a liquid. You are the only thing that's going to be, that gravity is going to have an effect upon you. So, oxygen, of all elements that you can feel, there's no nitrogen on the solid inner core.
There's no nitrogen?
No other gas.
There's no nitrogen in the solid inner core, he's saying, people.
Yeah, but oxygen is present.
No nitrogen.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
As I recall,
Right.
maybe the percentage are less.
I'm pretty sure.
Oxygen,
your text didn't say anything about nitrogen. Neither did your video, by the way. So okay.
So yeah. So moving on.
Oh, there's 4.
Keep it on record.
All right.
Keep it on record that the solid inner core has got oxygen.
Okay.
And to me, I feel that is gravity. Because where there's oxygen.
Okay. So now what?
So, there's versions of oxygen, of course. Now we've got another version of oxygen, a different form of oxygen, made of 3 oxygen atoms. And what does it do? It protects Earth from harmful UV rays.
Yes.
Yes. And for the record, for everybody who doesn't know, the ozone layer to the flat Earth schematics, to the flat Earth what's this the flat Earth model. The ozone layer is the firmament.
Okay.
It's the dome.
Okay.
Yeah. O3 is the dome. So breaking it down, the ozone layer is rich in ozone gas, which is made of 3 oxygen atoms. A special form of oxygen that protects life on Earth by filtering out harmful ultraviolet radiation.
Okay. So
yes,
you've got the sun over the bell end Earth, and then you've got the firmament, which is made of ozone over the bell end Earth, and then you've got the bell end Earth. So the sun is outside of the dome in this model.
No, the sun is inside the dome.
But how can the ozone protect the Earth from the harmful UV radiation from the sun?
That's according to conventional science.
Okay. Well, let's get on to the I don't.
According to flat Earth, it doesn't do that. It doesn't even work like that. Because what we know as space, everything, the Milky Ways, the galaxy, are within the dome. So it's just a barricade from the waters above. That's what the dome does. That's why the oxygen.
So it's a barricade from the waters above, and this barricade is made of gaseous oxygen.
So what's the percentage of gas in H2 in water? Is it higher than
What's the percentage of gas in water?
Oxygen.
What's the percentage of oxygen in water?
Yes.
Well, H2O. There's 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. Unless you're talking about the molecular mass, which is a different thing.
Yeah,
but I think you're just talking about atoms, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 2-to-1 ratio.
And in clear air, it's a 2-to-1 ratio with hydrogen. But what is it with the other gases?
What is it with the other gases?
Yeah, like in clear air.
20. It's about 20% oxygen, right?
So, and what's the rate in water?
What's the rate in water? Still
Yes.
still 2-to-1.
So, is it less than in clear air?
It's in water,
Because-
oxygen is 33%. In the air, it's about 20%.
Yeah. So that's why I'm coming to why the ozone there is O3, because we say water breathes life. Okay. Why is the ozone layer, which is close, which we call the dome, why does it have 3 atoms of oxygen, which would be more than the atoms of oxygen?
Yeah, they like to hang out.
It's because it's
together.
close to the waters above.
Oh, that's why.
Yes,
Oh,
it's close to the waters above.
That's how it works.
And it should have more atoms. That's just one proof that the ozone layer is a firmament.
Okay.
Why O3?
But how is gaseous ozone holding back the waters above? I'm confused by this.
It's only rich in ozone gas.
Okay.
Yes.
But what's the firmament?
It's not a gas.
Oh, it's not
Or
a
a
gas.
cloud.
It's not a gas.
Oh.
O3
It's
is
not
not
just
a gas?
a gas, in short. It's comprised of gas
Okay.
and the other elements which the conventional science haven't put in place because they have their own journey.
No kidding. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
All right. All right,
So-
Now what?
So let's talk about the moon's core.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
How about this?
Yeah.
Instead of talking about the moon's core, could we come back
Wrap
to
it
it in a future video? Because I know
Yeah,
it's getting late there, and I don't want to go too long on this one, and I know the audience has some questions for you.
Good.
You mind if we switch, and then we come back for a future one on the moon here? Because I mean you got a lot more. You got a lot more. We don't have time to get through all this amazing, certainly Nobel Prize winning stuff here. Sound good? All right. Oh, you're not mute. You have to unmute yourself.
Okay, shoot the questions.
There we go. Okay.
Shoot the ball. Shoot the kill.
I don't know what that means, but all right.
Shoot the ball. Shoot to kill.
Okay. Here we go. We got question from we got Lord Illuminous Pooh says, you'd think that once they'd obtained a sample of unobtainium, they would have to change the name to really freaking hard to obtainium. Right?
Wrong. And
Wrong.
right. Depends what angle you.
Depends on the angle. Okay. 78 Mitsu says that's why Dyson vacuums have to be sent to the ISS for repair. They encircle a self-contained microstar. Hold on. Microstar. I got it hung. 0-point energy. There you go.
Just to answer that one, there are no microstars. Just because you see them minute doesn't really imply that the stars are micro.
Yeah, they're just far away.
Yeah.
These cows are small, and these cows are far away. All right, Matthew Alot says, sorry, I'm behind. Arnold Schwarzenegger is from Austria, not Australia, next to Switzerland. Matthew Alot is taking me literally, and that's his error. Right, Tom? Right? You got me?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Lord Illuminous Boo says, can't remember the star, but they thought they were seeing a Dyson sphere close because dimming lights turns out was circling a black hole and getting ate up. Oh, that's cool.
Everything new is a sphere. Why no other shapes?
It's the lowest,
Dyson square.
It's the lowest energy form.
Dyson stripe.
Dyson stripe.
Dyson's cube sphere.
Yeah. Now, if you drink too much gasoline, you might shart and have a Dyson stripe. Right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right. Lord Illuminous Pooh says there's only one solar system in the entire universe because there's only one star named Sol. I guess that's true.
There you have it. Here to enlighten.
Thank you,
Here
Sam.
to shoot the globe and shoot to kill.
Lord Illuminous Pooh says a Type 2 civilization on the Kardashev scale has a Dyson sphere. A Type 2 civilization on the Kardashev scale has an implanted sphere. On the Kardashian scale. Oh my gosh. You know the difference. Yeah, that's the difference between the Kardashev scale and the Kardashian scale.
On the Kanye scale.
On the what?
The only man that met the Kardashians.
The Kardashians.
Yeah.
Yes.
The only man ever married to Cleo Kardashian.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
All right. Icy Spin's wondering, Sam, what's your estimate for the number of stars in the sky?
Well, the number of stars in the sky isn't as robust as how the heliocentric wants it to be. It's not more than 8,000 miles away.
8,000 miles away. Okay. But
they are not more than that.
But do we have an estimate for the number?
Well, the estimate will be based on superstitions, that the number of humans that live and the number of humans that died, and the animals, and so do ants, and so do microorganisms, equals the number of stars.
Okay. All right, hold on a second. Somebody sent me something. I need to.
You know why they're called stars?
Oh no!
It's like
tell me.
icons.
It's
like icons.
Yeah.
So
sure.
Every star above represents an icon, according to superstition.
According to superstition. All right.
Yep.
Somebody sent me this and said, if water doesn't bend, then explain this. Yeah.
That's a splash.
Huh?
Okay? And there's a force.
You said water doesn't curve.
To every splash.
Take that.
Still water and disturbed water.
All right. Well, no.
Doesn't. Okay.
Anyway,
force of splash.
Solixus said to check Discord and had sent that to me. My Icy Spin says, do you know Mikey Smith is mirroring SpaghettiOs? Yes, he is. In fact, I sent him the original file so that he didn't even have to download the video, because I don't think he knows how to download YouTube videos. So I actually just sent him a link to my source video, so the quality of the video and his isn't re-rendered even. So yes, I invited him to mirror it. I was happy to see that he did.
Mirror, mirror on the screen,
Yeah, maybe you could I commission you to do some songs? Like if I gave you like some lyrics and some ideas, would you make a song?
I'm getting warmed up. In fact,
Not right now. Not
Not right now.
In the
Yeah,
future.
yeah,
I'll yeah. All right. I'll do that.
I'll drop one just at the beginning and the end of this show. It's going to be my songs.
All right.
Just give me a hint of what you would like me to sing about.
Yada Watt is wondering, does oxygen explain the Cavendish experiment?
The Cavendish experiment is what's about that experiment?
Well, he's wondering.
Forgotten.
He's wondering if oxygen explains it.
The Cavendish from Cavendish University. There's experiment.
So the Cavendish experiment is where they took a bunch of bananas on either end of a bar, and then they let them hang by torsion wire. These are Cavendish bananas, by the way. They have to be Cavendish bananas. And then they took larger masses of Cavendish bananas and brought them in close proximity with the Cavendish bananas on the bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So different bars holding those different bananas.
Yeah, different bananas.
To do what?
To do what?
Yeah.
Apparently when you get them close, so says Cavendish experiment, the bananas on the Cavendish bananas on the torsion bar, when they get closer to the Cavendish bananas that are just out, affixed outside, it twists the bar.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, there could be some gaseous exchange happening.
Gaseous Cavendish banana exchanges
around the bananas. Yeah.
Do you ever eat so many bananas you get gaseous?
I would fear for my kidneys because you don't have to go more than 5 bananas a day.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
Natural bananas, they're just okay. It's these inorganic bananas that are not
definitely good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Gustafson for 100 sex says WWF, thank God. So I think
with Bigfoot.
That's WWF, like we were flat, maybe. But well, thank you for that. Icy Spin says abso-freaking-lutely no evidence. Where's Brianna?
Brianna, bring some evidence.
There you
go.
How
did it go?
Yes. No Brianna yet.
Down
I don't know
90 minutes.
We got Chris P. Bacon says Ozone, more like the Twilight Zone. Am I right?
Twilight Zone.
Yes.
No vampires, so no.
No vampires. Okay.
Wrong.
Rob Ant says this is some flat Earth proof. Wow. Well,
it is.
I think you might have gotten Rob Ant.
What is above?
Yeah, you might have gotten Rob Ant.
Suppressing the ozone, giving it some charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are wondering who is Brianna. So Brianna is one of the viewers here who's kind of got a thing for SOM. And she's often in the live chat, kind of flirting with him a little bit. But
she is.
Not right now. No, I don't know where she is right now.
Hit my inbox.
Yeah, hit his inbox. I can hook you up, Brianna.
I'll get some ozone for you.
That sounds amazing. I'm sure she'll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Ozone 4.
Yeah, 04.
Yeah, with the proper 4.
That's right.
Yeah, get a numb you.
Monkey Cat Pat Pat says, SOM, have you done any public activism for Flat Earth?
We're getting there. I will, and I'll use music.
Yeah, okay, like on the streets.
Yeah.
On the mean streets of Africa.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm working on a song. It's called Bleeding World. It's going to be epic. Yeah. All right. It's going to be epic.
78 Mitsu says the Lion King theory of stars.
Leo, what and what? Those,
I don't know.
What do you call that? Those don't work. We've got a pop. It's called Lion 14. That's his name. A new pope. Maybe he's talking about
Oh, a
that.
new pope. No, I don't think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Sam, it's been 2 hours. It's Memorial Day. It's 7 p.m. here.
2 hours of
It's
enlightenment.
been amazing. So we ended at the moon. So let's set up another time where we can do this, and we'll pick up with the
Dish
moon.
point number 4.
Yes.
Is Lucy ready? Is Lucy coming?
Lucy is not coming. I don't have Lucy in my phone. Craig does. Craig has trapped her in his phone. Yes.
For the next stream, prep Lucy. I just want to jailbreak AI to expose this hidden agenda.
That's a brilliant idea. You talk to Craig about that, not me though. Craig and I are different people.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Okay.
That you brought it up in the preamble of the show. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm with Craig on this.
Yes. Mr. Gustafson's for 100 sex says, keep up the great work. And with that, Sam, I'm going to say, do you have any closing remarks?
It's done and dusting. You never know until you know. And when you know, you're going on. Peace. I'll be back.
Peace. All right, I'm back tomorrow. I got another debate. I'm going to watch the Starlink launch tomorrow. Starship launch tomorrow. Everybody, see you later.
Stay ozone.
Yes, it is kind of interesting.
Oh, SpaghettiOs. Do, do, do. Oh, SpaghettiOs. Do, do, do. It's a little cold out tonight or this afternoon. Do, 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 do. Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes. Oh, SpaghettiOs. Do, do, do. Oh, SpaghettiOs. Do, do, do. I do the research and the experiments. Do da. Do da. Here's my little character.
Celery. Celery. Bum, 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 bum. La 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 la. La 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 la. Tip me over and hear me shout.
Three little pigs. Blah, blah, blah. Ramble, ramble, ramble. Flattest highway in North America. Oh, SpaghettiOs. Do, do, do. Oh, SpaghettiOs. Do, do, do. That's kind of weird.
Hopefully Cheese Whiz is on sale. Dee, 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 dee. Do, 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 do.